Hello everyone. So a bit early, we're still on daytime, but I can start my spiral search and try to see if I can get them inside my view here. So as you can see, the telescope is already mounted and ready. You can see in this small image here, this is the moon, this bright dot there, and this is the live view from the telescope, and we're just waiting for darkness. So as the stream was intended to be on 5, we'll wait until it gets a bit more dark. But again, as I said, I can start using my spiral search, because supposedly we are right on spot here, but there's always misalignments, so yeah, we need to search a bit, which makes this a bit more interesting, right? I decided to go with a more zoomed in view, just because I wanted to get like more details on both planets. So it will be harder to find them in the sky, but once we are successful, it's gonna be quite a sight. So let's start searching. I did went outside and try to see if I can see him with my bare eyes, but I wasn't successful. It's still too bright. Okay, so searching, these numbers here are telling me that the mount does move. It moves very slowly because I don't want to miss them. So it's doing this spiral there, and hopefully we'll see one of the planets very soon. I mean, we might not see them because it's still, as I said, pretty bright. The sky is pretty bright yet, so we might need to wait more. But it doesn't hurt to try. So and yeah, still nothing. In any case, we're gonna wait till 5, and on 5 I'm gonna do it's in about 70 minutes, so then I will start searching more proactively, like going outside and looking through the red dot scope and seeing that I'm on spot. Alright, so nothing here. Let's reposition the scope. You see that it moves way over here, so we searched this entire area and we found nothing. So I'll try to use the spiral search in a bit faster speed. Let's go back to the center. You can see that the scope moves. positioning itself on what it thinks is Jupiter. It's important to note that there isn't any other way to do this because this is daytime, so I can't, look at stars and know where I'm pointing at because there aren't any stars yet. Okay, so starting another spiral search. Okay, I think I might have seen something, but it's just too fast. So it's too fast, and there aren't enough. There isn't enough contrast yet, so we need to wait a bit more, just for the sky to be a bit more, a bit darker than it is now. It's still daytime outside. I know it looks dark here, but it's just because I did a very short exposures, but this is this is the actual view. All right, let's try again. These things get a bit annoying, but that's the cost of, wanting very high zoom. If you want higher magnification, you need to go and get a smaller field of view. So we're looking at a very, very small patch in the sky. If you spot anything, then write me in the comments, because I might miss it myself. Just mute this thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna go outside for a second and try to see if I can if I can see it with my eyes. So let's go back. We're in business. I managed to see them, both of them, with my eyes. Now we are looking at both of them here. Wow, this is pretty amazing. Okay, let's try to fix the focus. Oh my. This is incredible. So again, it's still too bright to see them as they would be on nighttime, but that is a success. I mean, look at this. Both of these planets so far from each other, and yet they look next to each other. All right, and here's Jupiter and its moons. And right when it gets a bit more dark, I'll start a time-lapse capturing video. I'll capture 500 frames every minute, I think, and then the final result will be like this cool video where you see the moons moving, and should come out pretty cool. I think that's the best focus I can get during daytime. Let's look again at Saturn. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I think I wanna go outside and fix the orientation of the camera, because you see the moons of Jupiter, they're on this axis. You see all the moons are right here, and I wanted them to be parallel, so when they move, I mean, that's not too bad. Maybe just a bit, rotate it a bit to the side. So you stay here and I'll go outside and try to fix this. Okay, so hang on tight. Coming right back. So is this better? Oh no, it's worse. Oops, I think I need the other side. Yeah. Okay. Back again. Okay, this is better. Right. I guess this is as good as it can get. Okay, this is already pretty good. So now I'm just gonna capture 500 frames. Maybe give that a bit more bit rate, so I can stretch the image better. Okay. So this is just I just want to stack this and see, you know, the potential of the image. I mean, without stacking I can't see anything, it's just moving too much. But after I stack the image, I can see what I might get at as the final result. Okay, yeah, so that's enough frames. Wait for it to write them, and now I'm gonna move into fire capture, which is a software pretty similar to SharpCap, but it also allows automating videos, and that's what I want for the time lapse. Okay, so I'm closing this one. Oh, we need to wait for it to finish writing the frames. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Right. Okay. So we can already see them here. I think I reduced the exposure a bit. Okay, and so now what I can do with this software is, other than just imaging, I can tell it to correct the mount when it starts drifting. So I just click this thing, and then when the planets will move, because, you know, misalignments of the mount and so on, I'll be able, this will fix it. So this pulses there, you see north and then west and east and south. This is how it's gonna fix it and keep the frame exactly where it's supposed to be. Okay, I think I'm ready to start imaging. So what we're gonna capture is, yeah, I guess we'll go to about less than 300 frames, right? For every minute, we want a delay of, we want a limit of 500 frames. And that's it. We're gonna start imaging. So this will take 500 frames, wait 60 seconds, and then another and another. That way, creating all these videos that will eventually become the final frames in the outcome video. Every time it captures, it turns this image to black and white because it captures the raw frames of the image. So the raw is always black and white, but then this function here, which is called a debayer, is what creates these colors. Okay, how beautiful is that? You think I have problem with the internet? I'm not seeing anything here, but there might be some delay because it tries to buffer. But other than that, it should run pretty good. So if we wanna, for example, we see these moons, and if we wanna identify them, we can go to Stellarium, and then we see them here. So okay, so we have here just this is just a star, but this is Europa, which is that one over there, and these two, this is Io, and then Ganymede, and then at the end is Callisto. So let's try to see if we can see all of them. Let me just reduce the size a bit. Okay. So I can barely make out Callisto is right here, but this is Io and this is Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon of Jupiter, and it's pretty bright compared to the others. The main problem in capturing both these planets is because Saturn is so far away. As you can see, it's completely it's darker than Jupiter. It lit completely differently. So to capture Saturn's moons, it requires longer exposures. So unfortunately, that won't be possible. But you know what? I might try to put it in 16 bits, and then later on I might try to get this data. Hopefully the software won't crash because I'm doing it while it's capturing. Okay, so something did happen, and looks okay, I guess. Oh, oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, here it's taking the next iteration. I'm using this outside camera just to see if there are any clouds coming, so I'll know to stop the auto guiding, because if it tries to guide and there are clouds, it might think them as the planets and then move to a totally different location. So that's why I'm using this other camera here. If you want to see, this is what the sky looks currently. So it's pretty clear. This is not a cloud inside. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I see here just guys from Israel asking how's it going. So as you can see, everything goes pretty smoothly. And we are right on schedule. Oh, yeah, that's a bug in the software. Okay, so we won't be able to debar this, I guess. Probably because I switched to 16 bits. Yeah. This software is a bit buggy. But that's okay. I mean, as long as the final videos are good. And for that, I just want to make sure, so I'll go and check. No, this is not the right one. This is the right one. Oh no, sorry, that's also not the right one. This one is the right one. 21st December 20th. Okay, so let's just drag one video into this stacking software. So let's zoom out. Okay, we'll tell it to align by Jupiter, and then to analyze the frames. Once it's done analyzing, it will sort the frames by from the best to the worst, according to their to the visibility. So the most, the clearest ones will be first, and then the worst ones will be at the end, and then I can stack only the best ones. Right, for example, here I want to stack 20% of the best frames. Hi, yeah, so I'm imaging from Israel. What will happen to us today? Well, nothing. Just be able to see some amazing sights. Thank you, Connor. Charles Cooper, what are you doing? Yeah, great movie. Sure, guys. This is exciting for me too. I mean, it's pretty amazing seeing both of them at the same frame. And so far it looks good. I mean, I see that the mount does do its correcting and everything looks good. Okay, so yeah, okay, let's try to stack these frames together. So usually I'm using a planetary stack here, but now because it's two planets, I don't think the software can handle both these planets together, so I'm stacking these as it was like video of surface and not planet, like I'm imaging the moon or something. That's the only way I can stack these two together. Right. Let's get a bit closer. I want to check the focus. Still looks pretty good. Yeah, okay. So this is about to finish. I'm thinking of pausing this time-lapse because I want to reopen the software for it to work good with the 16-bit, because for some reason when I switch to 16 bits it destroys this. It can't do the debar, and that's a shame because I want to see them in colors. So I'm gonna wait for the next iteration, and then I'm gonna stop and reopen the software. have about 60 minutes. I guess I can do it, hopefully. If not, we'll probably miss a few frames, but I think I can do it. Let's hope. All right. Just a few more seconds. This is it. This is the this is the closest that they'll get. I mean, in about 30 minutes, they'll start to move apart. So this is almost the peak. I can show you a simulation here in the software. This is where they are currently, but then if we moved in time, move forward, then you see that Saturn begins to then drift to the right, and then they'll start to go their separate ways. So this is probably the peak now. Almost the peak. It's almost the closest that they'll get. Oh, alright. I wanted to... Okay. Let's stop this thing. So if I remove the 16-bit, this works. This works good. Come on. Yeah, but if I switch to 16 bits, for some reason it won't allow me to use the bear. Okay, I guess that's just how it works. So we'll have to manage, I guess. Too bad, because I wanted to see them in color, like so. But I guess the final result is more important, because we want this cool video of them together. So I'll resume this. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, right? Sorry, I don't understand that language. If you can write in English, that would be great. You see these corrections? They're pretty good. Okay, so let's see if it finished. Oh no, we have a couple more seconds to wait. And then I think I'm gonna do some Reddit live on from my iPhone, just to try and show you the equipment outside, because from here I can show you only the screen and nothing more. So it's getting pretty dark, as you can see here. I guess I can even try to see if we see any stars yet. Yeah, okay, so there are a few stars. cool. The temperature here is a pretty good temperature. It's pretty nice. It's about, I guess now 15 degrees. It'll get lower once the night will fall, but for now it's pretty okay. Where are you from? Are you from Russia? Oh, it's Romanian. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's the final step. I guess it's this low because of two things. First of all, it's a 16-bit image, and then second of all, we're running two cameras on parallel, and all these corrections there. So and this is a pretty intense operation, so it gets pretty slow. Okay. Okay, we got our stacked frame, and now we're gonna go and try to sharpen it and see what kind of details we get. It's a pretty simple process, just dropping it here in this software. Okay, so we see both of these planets. Then I can move, for example, to Jupiter and try to sharpen it a bit. Okay, so that's a pretty cool view. Okay, and there are the moons. So now we're gonna click do all, so it will do the entire image, and then we can inspect it and see how it looks. Right. In the meantime, let's go back to fire capture. Always need to keep an eye on this because it tends to stop guiding just all of a sudden. So the reason this black and white seems like it seems like there's noise on the image or these tiny squares, it's because these planets are so low on the sky, in the sky, they're low because they're about to set. The wavelength of the red and blue are getting focused at different points, and that's why it seems so fuzzy here and here, because the red is focused a bit to the left and the blue a bit to the right. But that's okay because the final image will fix this. Okay, so that is finished. Alright. So this is the first image of this video. Here's Saturn. Looks decent, I'll say. It might be better now because it's a bit darker than this when this was captured. But Jupiter and its moons looks pretty cool. Yeah, we can even see Callisto here. So these are 4 moons of Jupiter. And when we run the time lapse at the end, these moons will move, and that is what's so cool about it. Yeah, you can ask me anything. I'm trying to guess what you want to hear, so it's pretty hard. But about these planets, okay, everybody knows Saturn, right? With its rings. Both of them are pretty huge, a lot larger than the Earth. Saturn is almost twice as far as Jupiter from us, and that's why it's so dark compared to Jupiter. We can go to the Planetarium software and see there's this moon Titan, which is one of Saturn's moons, and it's the brightest moon. I wanted to capture it, but I don't see it here. I guess I need longer exposure, but that will destroy Jupiter. It will turn it completely white. So that's a bit of a problem. I can try maybe after this cycle. I'll try to push the exposure a bit further, just to see if we can even see it here. Because from my experience, seeing Titan requires pretty long exposures. I remember first time I did it, I had to completely burn out Saturn itself just to see Titan. Okay, so in about a couple seconds I try to push the exposure a bit further. All right. Okay, so first yeah, okay, it's here. It's up here. Can you see it? This is Titan. But you can see that there's no way to image all of them together. There's no way. Either I'm imaging Jupiter and Saturn or Titan. It's so dark compared to the rest of the image. So I'm gonna go back, unfortunately. There's no other way. I mean, I will move the image a bit to the bottom, just for the sake of trying later to stretch the image and maybe get something out of it. But I'm sure that it won't work. Even with 16 bits, just too dark. Difference between the luminosity of Jupiter and Titan is just too much. There's not enough high dynamic range in this camera's sensor, or probably most cameras. Just too dark. Alright, so let's do a little live for Reddit, just to get more guys to see this, because this is pretty amazing and I don't want anybody to miss it. So if you are on Reddit, it's a good time to go to the public access network, and you can see my broadcast there. So this is, I guess I'm gonna go to the U show. I don't know why, or maybe not. Maybe Reddit master classes. Um, yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe headline worthy. All right. Okay, it's tuning. All right, so we are live both on Reddit and YouTube, imaging Jupiter and Saturn at the same time. This is pretty amazing. Let me close the lights here. And you know what? I have another phone here, so maybe I'll also try and do a live to Instagram. I think that would be the first that anybody had ever tried to do live on all these together. All right. This is pretty intense. By the way, this is my new phone. I just got it today. Pretty awesome. Okay, anyway. So, hello guys. We are live on both YouTube, Reddit, and Instagram. And we are currently imaging Jupiter and Saturn. So, the bottom one is Jupiter, and the top one is Saturn. And this is live on my YouTube channel right now, so if you want to see it in better quality, then go and check it out. This is my telescope that is sitting outside. I'm using this camera so I'll know if there are clouds about to come. And yeah, pretty trippy. So that is the view of the Instagram live, and that is the view of Reddit public access network. I want to take you outside. If any of you YouTubers want to see this also, then please hop over to my Instagram. I want to take you outside and show you the telescope itself. Okay, so let's go. Be right back, YouTube. still on spot. Very cool. Okay, I'll try to answer some questions. Um, did I already tried eyepiece projection photography? You mean for the sun? If you do, then I would say yes, but when I was very young. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I did an image just a few minutes ago where I processed it a bit and got a sharper result. Let me try to. I guess I can hold two phones at one in one hand. Okay. So this is the image, and if we zoom in, you can see that we have some pretty good details on Jupiter and its moons there, and also on Saturn. So as I said, this was just one image out of all these frames that have been taken there. I think something got stuck. Let me just. Yeah, this happens sometimes. Okay, so this time lapse is capturing. Oh, wait, maybe. Okay, let me try to fix this thing. Something got screwed here. Yeah, okay, now we're good. So this thing here is taking 500 frames every 60 seconds. I think there's some kind of a problem there because it stops every 76 frames for some reason. Okay, let's try to reopen the software. I think it's just a bug. So these things happen. Yeah, okay. The good thing is that they're still in the sky. So no harm done. Okay, everything's still in place. And go. Okay, hopefully it'll work this time. Yeah, okay, it's going pretty good. All right. Crisis averted, right? Yeah, you should go outside and look at the sky. It's a pretty amazing sight. I mean, if you live in a location that is now nighttime, then this is pretty cool. Go outside and see. Star on the top left. Which one? Do you mean Saturn or? Oh, you mean in this image? It's the moon. It's top right in my from my angle. Yeah, no, I don't want to do a composite image because I mean, I've done a lot of composites. It's pretty easy to just combine two images in high resolution. That's not a really, challenging. The thing is about this conjunction that we get both of them together in the same frame, and that is what makes this special. Okay, so I'm gonna close here now on YouTube and Reddit. On Instagram and Reddit. I'm gonna keep the YouTube channel because I'm getting sort of tired to hold both phones in the same hand. And also, I want to show you some cool things. Okay, so bye guys on YouTube and Instagram. If you want to see the live view, just go to my YouTube. All right. So, as I said before about the composite, when you capture each of them by themselves, you get, of course, a better result, get higher resolution and more details. And that's for sure because, well, a lot of things. First of all, we are zoomed in less, so the resolution will be lower for each of the planets. But also, because we are capturing the entire frame here and not just a small part of it, then the frame rate here is very slow. So less frames are gathered during the same time, and then I can stack less of them and then get lower sharpness for each of the planets. As you can see in this image, I mean, this is hardly my best Jupiter image, right? If you've seen my other images, let me just open one of them. Then you've probably seen, better results, like this thing, for example. Or if you're looking to find some still images, maybe all the ones. Yeah, okay. So this, for example, I mean, this is a way better view than this, right? But that's because I imaged it by itself, and it was very high in the sky on a very clear night. And also for Saturn, I mean, again, this is hardly the best view of it, although it's pretty good, but it's nowhere near something like this, for example. Or I think one of my favorites, one of these. Yeah, this one. You can even see the hexagon there. Okay, and also, I mean, this is pre-processing, so it's not the final result, but I won't expect anything, much better than this one. But this is still kind of cool because we'll get to see movements of moons around Jupiter, and then maybe I'll be able to even get some of Saturn's moons. Hello, Turkey. All right. About what time, what is gonna happen? The conjunction, this is it. It's happening right now. This is the closest that there were for the past 400 years, and the closest that there were during nighttime for the past 800 years. So this is a pretty one of a kind event. You won't be able to see them this close anymore. I mean, the next time this will happen will be in 2080. So that's 60 years from now. And I'll probably won't live to see it, but maybe some of you, if you're very young, maybe you'll be able to see it. But yeah, this is pretty huge. So the thing is that in the stack, I couldn't get any of Saturn's moons, even though it's a 16-bit. That's too bad. But I guess I'm pretty happy with the final result anyway, so even though it's not perfect. I don't know why this doesn't allow you to do deburr on 16 bits. It's just so weird, but whatever. Hopefully, if the guy that wrote this software, which is it's pretty amazing. I mean, it's a pretty good software. I like it a lot, and I use it all the time. But I would say, do some of the extra work required to get these things working. I don't even mind paying for this. I know it's free, but I don't mind paying for a good software. But just fix these bugs, and it's gonna worth it. I'm getting messages from some of my friends saying, their company has put a link to my live view, which is pretty cool. That's the first time that happened to me, so that's pretty cool. And of course, I'll be happy if you also include other guys. We have like about, I would say, 30 minutes of this happening. So yeah. Okay, let me try to see if I can answer some more questions there. I see a lot of talking about, but no questions. Other than in Russian, which I cannot answer. I mean, I can read Russian, but I'm not sure I'd be able to answer in Russian. Like this guy here, Kirill, asking who's Russian. Hi, Kirill. I'm not Russian, but I can read a bit Russian. We will speak English when you want to say something to anyone. Yeah, cool. So maybe we'll do another stack, right? Let's see if, first of all, if the visibility improved, and second of all, we want to see if this still is a good is in good focus. So let me just yeah, I think the focus looks good. They are getting pretty low on the atmosphere in the sky, so the atmosphere starts doing its thing and creating a lot of turbulence. But let's do another stack. Okay, let's take one from the latest ones. Let's take this one, throw it in here. Hopefully the computer won't die. Yeah, it didn't die. That's good. That's a good sign. You see, when I switch to planet, it just chooses one of these planets and put it in the middle. And that's not what I want. I want both of them. So I'll have to use the surface stabilization. So it will be less sharp, but it allows seeing both of them together. Okay, so analyzing again. דבר עברית, יא בן אדם. אני מנסה לדבר אנגלית כי זאת השפה הבינלאומית, אז כדי שכולם יבינו. אבל נחמד לדבר גם עברית. So I said in Hebrew now that I'm speaking English because this is the universal language and I want everybody to understand. But yeah, it's sometimes good to talk in your native language. By the way, if you're interested in these kind of things, if you want to get into astro imaging or just decide which telescope you want to buy, so I just made a video on my channel that explains sort of the essentials in selecting telescopes, like which are the things that are important in deciding which telescope you want to buy, and so be sure to check that out if you're interested. A lot of guys ask me the same questions and I try to answer them over and over. So instead of just doing that, I decided to just create a video which explained it, and of course in a predetermined video script you can explain things better than just writing them in comments. Okay, so let's check where the horizon is in Stellarium. So we'll know how much time we got. Okay, this is the horizon and this is where they are currently. So it's pretty close. I just sync my telescope to this spot, saying you are aiming at this thing. So they're pretty close to the horizon. We got, I would say, about 20 minutes more, maybe 30, and then it's bye Saturn and Jupiter, and another 80 years till the next time. Okay, cool. This has finished and I think it's a better result than before. And now I'm gonna do again the stacking process. Alright, I think it looks better. Okay, stacking, maybe we'll stack 30% this time because I think the frames are a bit better. It should give us a better result. All right, we got to 730 viewers, concurrent viewers. This is pretty amazing. Thank you guys for watching this. It's pretty incredible. Hi from Israel. Hello. Manishma. We are waiting for the stacking software to finish to see this new frame there. And after I finish this capturing, what I have to do is take all these videos, and it's not that a lot of data, but it does take some time. Each of these videos, which is each of them is a 6 gigabytes of data, right? So we are already at 143 gigabytes of data, which is a lot. Oh, that reminds me, I need to clear out some data because I'm running out of it. Let me just delete these old videos. So we won't run out of. Okay. Oh, I think I need to delete some more. I have a lot of other garbage data which I already okay, let's take a look at this. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage there. I need to delete it. So each of these videos will be stacked to one image. Okay. Okay, now we're clear. We got about 136 gigabytes of free space, and that's enough for today. That will be enough for what we want from today. So each of these 6 gigabyte videos will be stuck to only one frame in the final image. Okay, I think we got our stack now. Yeah, it has finished. Let's drop it here, and hopefully it will be better than the previous one. I'm not sure yet. Don't die on me, computer. Don't die. Right. Okay. So a bit more features are visible. Okay. Yeah, it is a bit sharper. Let's take a look at Saturn. Yeah, it is a bit sharper. Again, it's not the best result, but that's okay considering the way they are lit from the sun. They're pretty far from each other. Okay, the frame has moved a bit, so I'll try to fix this. Okay. So there's this wall of my neighbor's house that is blocking just, a few minutes of view, and when it goes there, it gets out of sync. So I'll need to do another. So I need to fix it. Right. Let's. I see all my other friends also trying to image today, and we can go and check them out. It's pretty it's pretty difficult because this is such a low view on the horizon, so it's pretty difficult. But yeah, oh, good job. Wow, looks awesome. So he's using SharpCap, the software that I used before. And this is pretty cool, man. Good job. Gonna leave a comment there. Hey. Hi, Mariana. Hi, Sasha. How are you doing? Hello. You using a translator? Yeah, that's cool. Come on Zoom, right? Um, okay. So I wanna check the focus again just one more time because I think it just got a bit out of focus, and we can fix this from here. But for that I'll need full colors, and to get this I need to disable the 16-bit. So I'll just wait until this finished, then stop it, and then we'll try to do the focus. Just when this finishes. Come on. We ain't got all day, man. Come on. Alright. Canceling this, and going full color. Right. Okay, zooming in. Where are you, Jupiter? There you are, okay. So yeah, I know it looks kind of crap now, and that's not because of the focus, that's because of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is distorting everything because it's so low already. It passes through a lot of air, And the air is like this, like a magnifying glass. And hot and cold air get mixed together and create turbulence. And that's why it looks so fuzzy and you know, and out of focus, even though it is in focus. This is, I think, the best focus there can be. Okay, let's go back a bit. I think this was a bit better. I guess this is the best. Right. Get it back to place. Okay. And let's continue imaging. Right, this is getting pretty low. So we are almost wrapping this up. Oh, crap. That's not right. Why did it move that up there? I guess, yeah, I guess it got to that point where the house is blocking some of the light. That's why it became darker. So okay, guys, I just want to sum this up. I mean, you're more than welcome to stay because I'm gonna keep imaging up until they're below the horizon and not visible anymore. But I just want to say thank you for everybody who joined this live. Gonna do this more frequently. Gonna do these live sessions, and also, as I mentioned before, I'm working on this series of tutorials for anybody who wants to get into astrophotography. So if you are interested, check them out. They are in my channel. Yeah, it's getting pretty fuzzy right now. It's very low in the horizon. I wanna go outside and see just how low it is. Yeah, so as I expected, they're just now entering this point where they are behind this corner of the next door's house, and that's why they are becoming a bit darker. I don't think it will block them completely. Um, I think they're just gonna be a bit more fuzzy for a bit, but then it will pass this corner, and I just went outside now and saw, and there is at least another 20 minutes of light time for them. At least 20 minutes that we can still capture them. Let me just try and focus on Saturn just now, because I see that it is a bit out of focus. Okay, yeah, so this is taking it out of focus completely, and now going back. The reason it's moving when I'm focusing is because the focus actually moves the mirror, and the mirror inside the scope shifts a bit when it's pushed up and down, so it moves the entire image a bit up and down. So I need to compensate with this, just chase it. Okay, I guess this is the best it can be. I can't get any better focus than this. Right. Let's resume imaging. So if you've seen any of my time-lapse videos, this is how I usually do them. I just take a lot of, let me just show you one. I just take a lot of images for every frame, and that essentially means a lot of videos. And this time lapse was created the same way. It was I captured a lot of sub videos for every minute, and then every one of these videos became just one frame in the final video, and then I combined all of these frames together along with all kinds of processing and stabilizations. Even for even my solar videos are the same concept. These videos are done in the same way. The sun needs a lot more stabilization than planets because it's not a full disk. So the stabilization needs to, you need to focus on a specific thing, like this, for example, this sunspot there. And even when you are fixated on sunspot, the sun still moves because the atmosphere distorts it. So you still need to do a lot of processing in order to get this, to stand still and look as clear as it does. Let me show you just one more. This same thing. I just needed to focus on this sunspot, for example, and then use the rep stabilizer and a tracker to track this the movements. Also, each of the videos might get a bit of movement in while it is imaging. So each of the final frames sometimes get cut in the top or the bottom, and you need to compensate for this. Okay, so now we are right behind that corner of the house next door, and that's why they're so dark. It just blocks most of the light, but it's not blocking the entire mirror of the scope, because the scope is so big. It's an 8-inch scope, and then that leaves enough room for light to get in. from the side, and then we can still see them. So I have a lot more cool videos in my YouTube. You're more than welcome to go and check them out. What are these messages there? Are you trying to contact each other? Come on, guys, don't just flood the message board. Just try to ask questions in relation to the video and to what we're seeing. This is, as I said before, it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. You won't be able to see this again. Not in any of our lifetimes. See these moons. So this one has moved there. I can tell because I remember the first frame that we took. So we can try to compare them. This is oh wait, I didn't save it. Let me do the entire image and then save this frame. And then we can compare the location of the moons and see just how much they moved. I mean, it's moving pretty slow, so don't expect, you know, this big movement, but it's pretty slow because we're so far away, and they move compared to the distance that much. Okay. Alright, let's zoom out here and save this frame. Oh, wait. I did something wrong there. Okay. Seems like I'm gonna run out of space at the exact time the two of them will set. So we already passed the peak of the event. The peak was just here, and now Saturn has already moved here. Okay. let's save this. I'm writing the previous ones, and cool. Let's open both of them together and see how much these moons have moved. Again, don't expect too much. So this one is the first image, and then, oops, I want to put them both together. So this one is the first image, and this one is the second one. Okay, let's zoom in and zoom in here. Cool, you see this thing? So now this moon here, which is Io, has moved to the left, and this moon, Ganymede, has moved here to the right. So now they look a bit closer to each other in comparison to what they were before. And also I think this moon has moved a bit, Europa. Maybe we can even see, yeah, we can even see the way Saturn has moved a bit to the right compared to this image. So that's pretty cool. I think it'll make a very cool video. You know, assuming, oh, oops, I closed the remote desktop, sorry. Assuming that, you know, the computer won't die on me. So the reason I'm using a remote desktop is because as I showed on my Instagram live, I'm using another PC on the outside that is connected to the telescope, and I'm using this long network cable to connect it to it from here. Right. Oops. I almost shut it down by mistake, but that's okay. All right. Look how much of the channels has you know, became misaligned because of the diffraction of the atmosphere. This entire thing is red. It's the red color. When it's finished, I'll stop and show you just how much it did change. Okay, let's stop this here. I'll put it in color mode. Oh, okay, so it's the opposite of what I thought, but again, you see that this side is blue and this side is red. That's because of the diffraction of the atmosphere. So because the light rays are focused at different places on the sensor, the image becomes distorted, and the red halo here is just the red channel of Jupiter on the right side, and the blue halo is on the left side, and the green is just in the middle. Okay, let's continue the imaging. If you have any more questions, and of course feel free to ask. look at this image, you can see how low the scope is aimed. It's like it's almost parallel to the ground. Oh, by the way, you want me to later aim at the moon? You wanna see some craters there? It's a pretty clear sky, so I can aim it there. I think I'm gonna do this. If you want me to aim at the moon, then just write in the comments. I think it will be very interesting to see some moon craters after this very dark and fuzzy image there. So maybe yeah, to the moon. Okay, yeah. I thought you would want, so yeah. In a few more minutes, let's see. It's 6:25. Okay, so let's say in 5 minutes, I will switch to the moon. It's already touching the ground there. So yeah. All right. Just a few more minutes. Okay, does anybody wants to see the moon? Everybody wants to see the moon? Or should I continue with this time lapse? You want me to aim at Earth? Okay. This is Earth. That's my house there. And this is my fence there, and these are people walking by, I guess. But when I do tell it to go to the moon, we can look through this view and see that, see the mount is moving and everything works correctly. So usually I use this second view just to see that the cables aren't, getting hung up on anything or getting entangled or something. All right, just 2 more minutes, and it's moon time. And then I'm thinking of doing another one of Reddit Live, just to show you the way the mount moves. It's pretty cool. It's programmed to do anything automatically, everything automatically. So when I do tell it to go to the moon, I just click the moon and then tell it to go there, and it will automatically move there. It's probably gonna miss it by a bit, but not that much, because it's pretty aligned. So we'll have to like search for it for a couple of seconds, but because it's so bright, it'll be very, very easy. Okay, so this is the final one. We'll wait until this finishes, and then I'll aim it to the moon. So I'm going back to this software, which is better for, you know, just live viewing. It's doing it pretty seamlessly, so that's why I like it so much. Okay, just a couple more seconds. I think it's gonna look good because the sky is pretty clear today. You can see there's almost no haze there. You can even do some longer exposures and try to see. Yeah, okay. So you see all these stars. The reason we are able to see them is because the atmosphere is very clear. Because on a regular night where the humidity is too high, the moon creates this haze over everything, and so you can't see anything. But this night is pretty clear. Okay, it's finished. Closing this one, and opening sharp cap again. You see how red these the planets became because of the atmosphere. It's like when the sun is setting and everything becomes red. It's the same effect here. Because they are low in the atmosphere is scattering all the blue light, and so the only light that is left is yellow and then red. Alright, so now we're gonna tell the scope to go to the moon. Are you guys ready? Let's look at the mount. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Starts moving. Go, 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 go. Yeah, now stop. All right. You see this this bluish haze there? That is reflections from the moon. It gets diffracted on the mirror, and here we are. All right. This never stops being amazing. Just to think that this object is just sitting there all the time. All right. I think the remote desktop, yeah, it was broken for a second. Let's try to fix this. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's reduce the exposure a bit. And now let's hunt for aliens, right? So first thing to see is that the atmosphere is pretty clear now, and you can see this by, you know, this not moving that much. There's not a lot of turbulence of hot and cold air, so the image is pretty stable, and you get this high resolution details there, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's one thing to notice. And another thing which is cool is that I can do these longer exposures and then see the earth shine on the darker side of the moon. So this is the side, this side is the side that is currently lit by the sun, right? And this side, sorry, is nighttime for the moon, for moon people, right? So if we up the exposure by a lot, we'll be able to see the night side of the moon using the light reflected from the earth, and that is pretty cool. But we do need a lot of exposure, so that's gonna brighten the daytime a lot, but that's okay. Okay, so we started seeing this the rest of the moon here, but let's go even longer. Okay, we went 1.5 seconds of exposure, and that is what's called the earth shine. The earth shines on the surface of the moon, reflecting the light from the sun. And the reason this happens is because most of the earth is water, and water reflects a lot of light. Water and clouds, sorry. The most important thing is the clouds, because they're white. So you can even see, you know, features of the moon on the dark side. Okay, let's go back to daytime. And we are looking at the moon because Saturn and Jupiter has set below the horizon. Oh, have you seen this? This was I think a bird or something. Anyway, Saturn and the moon and Jupiter has set below the horizon, so we've finished imaging them. So yeah, with this I will wrap this live broadcast. Thank you all guys again for watching, and for whoever who stick with me this far, thank you very much. I'll be happy if you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And as I mentioned before, I'm creating a series of sessions and lessons and tutorials about astro imaging. So if you are into astro imaging or want to get into it, then subscribe, and you'll get notified once these tutorials are out. There are already 2 tutorials out, but more are definitely coming. The next ones will be about selecting your first camera, and after this one I'll make another one about mounts, which mount you should buy, is it out azimuth or equatorial, and all that kind of stuff.